Isaiah Crowell had a long touchdown run last night, one of his 2 touchdowns of the evening. And Bilal Powell also had 13 total touches, just 1 catch. Matthew, if you had to lean one way or the other, which one might you feel is the better bet to be fantasy relevant each week?
Well, look, going into the season, I had Isaiah Crowell ranked higher, and I stick by that.
Yeah, I think you should.
I think my argument for that was I think he's got a better chance at getting touchdowns. And over the years, when they've had a chance to go to Bilal Powell and commit to him as an every down back, they never have.
Yep.
Hey, let's take Matt Forte off the scrap heap. I know everyone else thinks he's dead, but we're going to run him out there for 2 more years because we just don't want Bilal Powell being anything more than a complimentary back.
Sure.
I mean, I think last night, honestly, was, with the exception of the touchdowns, last night I thought was best case scenario for Bilal Powell, where he was literally in a true 50-50 split in terms of the touches, in terms of the snaps played. My expectation, though, is that I think this is an offense that's going to be better than people initially thought. And so they're going to be in scoring opportunity more. And my expectation is that Crowell finishes with more touchdowns this year than Bilal Powell. So that would be the guy I want. But it is a committee.
I think the reality is what the Jets would like may not bear out in fantasy football, but I still think for now what the Jets would like would be Crowell to be their workhorse and their thumper. And part of the reason why a sort of thumper back didn't work in the past couple of seasons, they were so bad defensively that you just, when you're playing from behind, you can't hand the ball off to Isaiah Crowell 17 or 20 times a game. But last night, they had the positive game script to do exactly that, Mike. And if they're more competitive on defense, I think he's got a shot to push 200 carries this year.
Yeah, and I think Crowell's a good back. I mean, he's averaging 4.5 yards per carry the past 2 seasons. The guy's been effective. He catches more passes than you think. So he's still the guy I want for sure. I like Powell, but again, they've never committed to him. You just mentioned that. And if you're thinking long-term, like down the road, about mid-season, we're going to expect Eli McGuire to come off IR, most likely. At least that seems to be the plan. When that happens, I mean, they were talking him up. They were comparing him to LaDainian Tomlinson in terms of what that guy's skill set is. And that might be a stretch, obviously, but it tells me they want to use him as their passing down guy. So once he comes back, I don't think that affects Crowell much, but would certainly affect Powell.